better balance on offense is the path forward for this team?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm a big believer in that you do need more balance. And, you know, I'll say it again, we did what we needed to do to win that game yesterday. You know, we ran it well. Defense played really good football, and, you know, it's a good formula.
Then the defensive line, the most talent-rich area of the team. What did they show you yesterday with the injuries, with the big plays, the run defense, everything they did?
You're talking about our D-line?
Your D-line.
Yeah, I mean, our D-line, we're a little nicked up over there, but, you know, I mean, Sue and OV and Shelby, Copel's filled in. I mean, all those guys were productive. Phillips, I mean, he got really a full load for the first time. I mean, he got a lot of plays, and he finds a way to produce for us. You know, he got his hand on a ball, and which was Rashad's interception. But I mean, those guys are playing good football, and they dominated the line of scrimmage pretty much all day. So. I was proud of the way those guys played. I mean, they set the tempo for the day, to be honest with you. And if we gave up that one boot for the touchdown, long touchdown. That was disappointing, but I mean, that was it really for the day.
And then you had another injury on the defensive line. Does it look with Thomas like it could be long term with the elbow?
Yeah, it does. It does. It was he dislocated his elbow, so that's a tough injury.
With Phillips, does he have a chance to keep that starting job the rest of the year?
I would say, yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. Now, there again, he's got to continue to produce in that role. Earl will come back, and we all know what Earl is when he's healthy. I mean, he gets in there, and nobody gives more effort than Earl does, and he can be disruptive as well. So. I would say it's a good problem to have, and certainly having Earl back will give us a nice rotation. At the least you get a good three-man rotation in there between Sue, Phillips, and Earl.
Did you expect Mitchell back this week?
We're hopeful.
Yeah.
Coach, with
the block pass, what else did Jordan Phillips show you yesterday overall?
He got, for example, the 4th and 1 that we had after a 15-play drive. I mean, he got in there. He was one of the biggest factors in stopping that play. He got excellent penetration and stood the center and the guard up, and that allowed everybody to get in on the play. I mean, Sue was involved in that as well, but I mean, that was encouraging, for him to do that. That was, just among other things, something that he did. And he made some nice plays in the run game too.
Coach, leading up to the game, you talked about penetration being important versus the Ravens and their zone blocking scheme. Looking over, the game, did you see that, and how satisfied were you?
Yeah, I did see it. I mean, they really, I think we only gave up one explosive run. And, I mean, that's good. These guys have done a nice job running the ball. And, we only got cut, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times on the backside. And all in all, our backers were able to play off of that and make plays. So, I mean, you watch the film, I mean, we got guys coming downhill. I mean, the D-line is penetrating upfield, and like Cole Meese was lights out, man, that guy. I mean, he was lighting the fullback up. He was in the backfield. Shepard was coming downhill. Jelani was coming downhill, and so there again, we established the line of scrimmage. We played on their side of the ball.
Dan, what kind of difference have you seen in Ryan Albert on Sundays since you started giving him the Wednesdays off?
He does look more fresh. He's been productive. He's been playing solid, good football, but I would say he's got a little bit more snap to him now. He's a little bit more explosive. Looks like he's getting his legs back under him, so we feel like that's helped out. He's needed those 2 days to recover to get ready for the following week, and then certainly this week's going to be a lot better now that we gain an extra day.
Was that your idea, that Wednesday?
Yeah. I mean,
does that come from being a former player?
It was, yeah, I would say so. But the thing about like BA, he won't say anything. He won't say anything. He'll just go. But I have ways of figuring out how the guy feels without him telling me directly. So, I mean, I've talked to the strength staff and those guys, and we've all kind of talked about the fact that giving him a day off would help, giving him Wednesday off would help, and so, yeah, that was something I felt like we needed to do.
And the time of possession and total plays, I think time of possession was roughly 38-22. Baltimore, total plays like 75-46. Do those numbers bother you, or because you got to win, it's okay? How do you view that?
Yeah, well, I mean, because we gotta win, it's okay, but no, ideally, if you're gonna run it the way we run it, you wanna be able to own the time of possession, you know, so yeah, I would like for that to be in our favor. There again, it's not a matter of the fact that we only threw it 19 times, it's, you would like to have a higher completion percentage, you know, and, so when we do throw it, I mean, we need to connect on those, and you would hope those would be explosive plays as well, so, you know, that itself is something that we need to be better at, you know. But, there again, we knew what kind of game this was gonna be. We felt like we had the favorable matchups defensively versus their offense. We felt like that we could get pressure on Schaub, which we did. We felt like we could shut their run game down, and so, there again, this to me was it's a field position game. It's a, you know, line up, establish the run game, you know, throw it when you have to throw it, let your defense pin them back, you know, and make them earn everything that they were gonna get, and we did that.
Coach, as far as, you know, your own run game, you guys did a pretty good job with that. You know, you went over, 137 yards. And, you know, you guys did an excellent job with that. But how can you guys sustain this level of, you know, I guess, of effectiveness in the run game?
Well, I think there again, you commit to it. We committed to it yesterday, you know, and when you commit to something, then more times than not, you're gonna be able, you would like to be able to establish it, and that's what we did. We didn't get frustrated. We didn't go off the game plan because they shut down a couple of runs, or we had an incomplete pass. We hung with it, and it helped us. And you know, that's what you have to do. Like, if you want to run the ball, that's what you have to be able to do if things don't go the way you want them early in the game, because at the end, that's where you finally break through, and it'll help you win. Now, there again, I've said this before, not every game plan is going to be the same. I mean, we'll look at the Giants this week, we may say, this is not the formula. Maybe it's, we will set up the run game with the pass game. I mean, so we'll see what it looks like.
How did guys grade out for you as far as the run game was concerned, as far as pad level, things of that nature?
The line did a nice job. They did, all five of those guys. They all got a game ball. You know, Deion Sims got a game ball with him in the run game. I mean, we said we were gonna run the ball, and those guys, they put it on their shoulders, and they did a heck of a job.
And